I know that I said I wasn't comfortable taping anywhere else, but I also know that you guys can see the wall clearly, so here I am. How have you guys been? To those of you who are new, I say welcome to my channel. My name is Shamika Graves and I'm the host of Let's Talk with Shamika. So let me tell you guys, at 16 years old, I had a boyfriend and my father did not approve of that. He did not approve of me having a boyfriend. And I wanted to go to Point Borody. And of course, he would not have approved of that either. So I came up with the most marvelous plan. My sister, who was then in nursing school, I called her and I told her. And she agreed. So I told my father that I'm going to spend a weekend with my sister. No, it wasn't like the day where you had cell phone and you could pick up and call, and it wasn't like that. So, you know, I made the arrangements, I went and I came back home safely after the weekend. But in reality, I went to Point Borody. Now I know this is the first time my father going to hear this, and I know you will hear it, you know, because someone in my far sisters, yes, only fast if only do that, going and hamburg my poor father now to go and tell him about this. So yes. So I went down to Point Borody because my boyfriend then was a pan player and the pan side was going down to Point Borody. And guys, I was sick the entire trip. I got traveling sickness. So I interrupted the journey. They had to stop with me to get air, to buy salt prunes, to buy water, you name it. And when I got to Point and a girl came out of the maxi, I just had to go straight back in the maxi. Because when I saw people, so they were like flies and I couldn't take it. Like I started to feel more sick, claustrophobic. I felt like if I couldn't breathe. You know, I'm not accustomed to that. I wasn't accustomed to it. And so that was how I spent my entire night inside a maxi. And that came and happened. I went back home, thank God. I met back home safe to my parents. So I'm here today to tell you the story. But why am I telling you this story? You know, you might not be so lucky to do something like that. No one get away with it. I was so irresponsible to do something like that. You know, youths, young people like to take those kind of risks for some reason. Adventure, and you know, when your parents tell you you can't do something, especially when they don't give you a reason, it's now self you want to do what they said not to do. And that was me in that case. As a matter of fact, I didn't even ask. I know the answer would have been no. No, 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 and no. I knew that that would have been the answer. But if you do that today, you may not return. So don't take those kinds of risks. Your life, you may pay with your life. You know, you're seeing the amount of missing young ladies, the amount of murders. You know, it's frightening, it's scary, it's sad. And I know you guys have your whole life ahead of you. And I know some of you may say, like we said back then, you know, them don't live the life and now they're telling us how to live our lives. You know, I heard at that age that a wise person learn from another man's learn from his own experiences, but a wiser person learn from somebody else's experience. And it's truth. It's truth. So I challenge you today to be a wiser person. Learn from somebody else's experience. You know, I'm not sitting down here and pretend that I don't know how it feels and as if I don't remember those days, because I remember it very clearly. As a matter of fact, I felt like if the elder people were so fast, I was so vexed with a particular lady in the village. Now, the woman is deceased now. And you know, I blamed her so long for something that she did not do, but I thought she was the person who told my father, only to find out years after was another person. I know I had disliked this woman so much because I thought she told my father, not to mention, she only did that because she cared what she went and tell him. But to me, she was fast. And it wasn't even she who did that. It wasn't even the lady that I blamed did it. That I gave the blame, wasn't her that did it. But the point is, you know, she was just looking out for me. And I didn't take it as that. And I know that the young people of today would feel the same way. You know, would think that they had their time, they're old, they're fast. And, you know, I'm seeing something that we couldn't do. I didn't dare do that, to curse, you know. When you see the older heads, if they tell you something, you're cursing them. And, you know, you're seeing disrespect so prevalent with this generation. I don't know what it is, Jehovah, but the rude, the disrespectful to the elders. And to those of you who want to hear what I have to say, you know, listen on. And to those of you who are offended, feel free to leave the video. You don't have to look at it. But if you want to learn something and read somewhere in life, I think you should look at this video. Because I'm telling you this from a place of love and concern. I got away with it. I got away with it, and I thank God that I got away with it. And that was about the most daring thing I did as a teenager that I could think about. So Marion just came for a hug and broke my trend of thought. But yes, you know, you all are being disrespectful to the older heads. They can't tell you all anything. You're cursing, the fast. You won't say good morning and good afternoon because, you know, I don't know what you think. But when I was growing up, you couldn't do that. If your parents had an issue with the neighbor, you didn't dare pass and not tell the neighbor good morning still. You still had to say good morning and good evening because that is adult business. That is big people business. But yet, you know, today is so different. The children cursing with the parents. And for some reason, society thinks that this is okay. You know, it's okay. This could never be okay. You know, this is a time to decide what you want in the future. I can't go back to our youth. Sometimes I wish I had the chance to go back and change things, how I did things, but I can't. And the reality is, you could end up like me today, wishing that I had done this back then, but you have the opportunity to do it now. Map out your life. Remember to be respectful. It goes a long way. Not everybody you reach you would agree with, and some elder people could be real out of time, and I know that, fast and out of place and out of timing. But you know, don't curse them. Don't curse them. Leave them to God. Some of them you would have to put in the place respectfully, but don't disrespect them. Don't bring that curse upon yourself. This is the time to map out your journey. When I say map out your journey, decide what you want to do. You know, don't go to school and study and like what we were taught to get a government job. To get a government job is to be stuck in probably a dead-end job that doesn't pay you enough to live in today's society. It doesn't. Go to school. If you like going to school, go to school and get an education and become an entrepreneur, become an employer. You know, I was sitting talking to my husband someday and I said, boy, I wish I had done this. And I will share one thing with you all tonight. Here in the Caribbean, we have a lot of fruits and vegetables and natural resources that we can take and make into stuff. So we have cassava. We can make cassava flour. You have bedfruit. You could invent something with bedfruit to sell. As I said in a previous video, who would have thought that we would be buying water today? If somebody had told me that when I was young, I'd laugh at them because, you know, it's water in the tap, you're coming home, you turn on a pipe on the side of the road, you drink water. Now you're buying water. Now we just purchase water, right? And look at this, coconut, a simple thing as coconut. Coconut oil is big money. We buy in Price Mart. Most of us buy in Price Mart. There are people who sell locally, but nobody took it upon yourself locally that I know of and produce in a big way. So if you decide at this age, okay, this is what I want to do. When I would go to college, I would what, but this is what I want to do. So you start to plant your own coconut fields from today. You start to plant your stuff so that when that time comes, you know where the supply of goods coming from. And you start to make coconut oil. You market the thing properly, because you know marketing is a big thing. Market, you advertise, and you do nice labels, do something attractive and professional, and voila, you're in the game. You're in the game locally. I think I saw one company starting to do some infused coconut oil. But you know, they're doing it in, to me it's not big, at least from what I could see right now. But this is just one of the many things that you have the opportunity to do and start young. You have the opportunity to change around your family finances. You have the ability to break this curse, this working for government curse, with salary that pays you a salary that hardly allows you to live. You know, you see things in the grocery and you say to yourself, oh gosh, they're so expensive. But it's not that. It's just you just can't afford it because the salary that you work for, you can't afford it. So, position yourself that you don't have to work a 9-to-5 job and give your all to a government job that will get you a salary. But if you work on developing you from now, you would earn fortune. You would earn a fortune. Not just a living, but you would earn a fortune. So buckle down. There is a time and a place for everything. I know that you all want to come into adulthood because for some reason at that age we think that adulthood is the best thing. You know, you don't realize that you're living so wonderfully. You have no responsibility. You have no light bill to pay, no water rate to pay, and all the other expenses. You're living so nice at this time and you don't know, but you wish you could be an adult. Because, yeah, you're just looking at the fact that probably you think you will be turning your own keys or nobody could tell you anything. And, oh gosh, it breaks my heart to see some of you, well, you just turned 18, but I am a man or I am a woman. As if turning at 18 makes you a man or a woman. You know, but take your time. Take your time. You will get there. I promise you would get there. But in the meanwhile, make responsible decisions. Be accountable if you want to make it out here. Put down the guns. Forget the bad boy thing and the disrespectful thing and all the wearing all the pants low on your bottom and the young girls dressing so inappropriately. You know, forget all of that and focus on building yourself at this age. And I promise you, you would have time to do all these things you think you need to do now. You would have time to do all of that then. We are living in perilous times. So commit your ways to God and He will direct your path. He said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Forget the bad boy thing and the guns and the weed smoking and all these things are designed to just waste your time and waste your space. You know, my husband have this thing he says. He just said the baddest man is 6 feet under. That is, there is no bad man again. You know, long time people used to reach in argument, used to be teeth and tongue. Sometimes they might pull a piece of wood and them kind of thing, but not like that now. And now it's gone. Now it's guns destroying the young people. Don't allow yourself to get tied up in these things. Yes, you can fall victim to these things even if you are not part of it, but the chances are less if you are not involved in it. Create a path for you right now and for the children that you may have the opportunity to have. Create a better tomorrow, because the way things are going today, if it is to go on like that, God help us. God help our society. There is such a great level of disrespect, lack of empathy, lack of care. And it's so sad, but you have the ability to change it. Be responsible. I don't think I can emphasize how serious being responsible is at this time, because you don't want to end up a statistic. I don't want you to end up a statistic. I don't want you to end up dead or shipped away into prostitution and organ harvesting. It's so serious. They're taking young people to get their parts inside. So let's be accountable. Be responsible. It's okay to tell your parents that, or to ask your parents to go somewhere and let them know where you are at every time. It's a smart thing to do. You know, I know that your parents have your best interest at heart. You know, they are not your enemies. Your parents love you. Sometimes they may not express it in that way. I grew up and I never heard my father or my mother tell me that they love me in my early years. Recently, and I think I heard my mommy told me that within recent time. But you know, our parents didn't really tell us that, but that doesn't mean that they didn't love you, they don't love you. Especially in black cultures, I don't know, like we don't really tell our children that we love them, not me. Because my child mommy get fed up on me telling them I love them. Every day I just ask them, who love you? Mommy loves me, Jesus loves me, and daddy loves me. And few other people that I started telling you who love them. But believe it or not, even though they did not tell you they love you, and most of them would have done their best and are doing the best that they know how to. Soon enough, you too will have a household of your own, and I pray that you would make use of this time. So when that time comes, you would not only be financially stable, but you'll be productive and be able to guide another young person along. You know, you have the opportunity to make that difference right now. I really hope that you pick me up on this and make immediate changes. So I pray that God will grant you success as you seek to implement these little changes. Remember, time is flying so quickly. Before you know it, you would be in adulthood with the responsibilities that you're so longing to have, because probably you don't know or you don't know better. Just enjoy the stages and plan ahead so that when you get there, it would be a lot smoother. The transitioning would be smooth and the sailing. So may God bless you and keep you, cause his face to shine upon you and give you grace in your hearts, in your homes, now and forevermore. God bless.